Hello everyone, and welcome to my Duel Today official news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. We have a prediction about another matter that Trip Johnson and Wendy Shin's closeness may be tested because spoilers for Days of Our Lives hint to additional difficulties in their relationship. As recapped by viewers of DOOL, on the April 3rd episode, Wendy and Trip discussed their past romantic relationships. When Trip inquired about Wendy's first romantic interest, she revealed that during her first year of college, she had a boy named Cameron. After meeting him in a cybersecurity elective, Wendy dated Cameron for a while after falling deeply in love with him. After Cameron found someone else and ended their relationship, Wendy said that she was devastated. Wendy appeared fine with it, though, as she told Trip that all of their previous love setbacks had brought them together. Even though Wendy isn't exactly living in a daze, the story was nevertheless very captivating. Stephanie Johnson would not stop talking about her ex-boyfriend who had ghosted her when she first returned to Salem. Fans of Days began to wonder if that old flame would ever visit Salem, and in the end, he did. With an explanation and the desire to be with Stephanie again, Everett Lynch, also known as Bobby Stein, returned to her life. Naturally, Jada Hunter also shared stories about her ex-husband, Bobby, nicknamed Everett, with Rafe Hernandez. This was revealed in a huge way. Similarly, Sloane Peterson Brady brought up her brother on several occasions, and then Colin Bedford showed up in Salem to cause trouble. Here's the thing. When characters from Days relate tales about people who formerly were in their life, it usually signifies that we will eventually cross paths with those individuals. In light of this, will Cameron be cast in the program and end up appearing in Salem later on? If Cameron feels bad about leaving Wendy for someone else years ago, perhaps Wendy could be the one who got away. Trip put a stop to a real marriage, but if this Cameron person shows up in the area and attempts to rekindle Wendy's passion, he could have second thoughts. Trip may find Cameron to be a formidable rival if he decides to formally propose to Wendy in an effort to secure their future. In any event, that Cameron narrative has presented Days as the ideal trespasser for Wendy and Trip, so stay tuned for any updates on any developments about Cameron's potential debut. According to spoilers for Days of Our Lives, Trip will attempt to assist Wendy in coping with her trauma in the interim, so stay tuned. Fans of Days of Our Lives are still waiting for a significant plot development, according to spoilers. Brady is confined to a long-term care facility and is in a coma, but there may be a strong cause for him to awaken soon. A unique homage to the actor and character Bill Hayes is being planned since his passing earlier this year. Naturally, this implies that Days will be welcoming back a few more well-known characters to properly say goodbye to Bill and Doug. Given how much Doug means to Hope Williams Brady, it's difficult to think DOOL could justify her absence. When the time comes, there is just no plausible explanation for Hope to miss Doug's memorial ceremony. Soon after Bill Hayes passed away, Christian Alfonso paid a touching homage to him on a few of her social media platforms. Alfonso obviously enjoyed working with Hayes and held a great deal of respect for him. Though it's likely that Alfonso will play Hope again in Days, wouldn't it be wonderful if Bo could accompany her home? It's possible that Bo will receive a visit from Doug's spirit encouraging him to wake up so he can support Hope during her grieving process. Bo may come to and acknowledge that Doug asked him to keep an eye on Hope, therefore he must be awake for that. In any event, Bo's comeback would be a welcome way to relieve some of the grieving in Salem and counterbalance the melancholy caused by Doug's passing. Perhaps now would be the ideal time to bring Bo Brady back and place him at Hope's funeral. Based on our forecasts, there will be a lot of surprises as Days honors Doug's greatest moments and all the amazing performances that Bill Hayes has given over the years. Maybe Hope and an awake Bo will return in time to say goodbye to Doug, because the program is going all out for his memorial. According to spoilers for Days of Our Lives, Bo Brady must have his wake-up call sooner rather than later. Stay in for updates on any potentially exciting developments. According to teasers for Tuesday, April 9th episode of Days of Our Lives, Paulina Price may be a little anxious before her radioactive iodine treatment, but Abe Carver will encourage her and promise to be there for her. Before they depart on their honeymoon, Johnny and Chanel DiMera will lift Paulina's spirits. Day's teasers indicate that although Chanel and Johnny haven't had much time to celebrate their marriage, they'll soon settle up at the Horton cabin with a warm fire and wine. While Johnny and Chanel are now enjoying the quiet before the storm, DOOL fans should anticipate some trouble at the cabin later this week. Day spoilers state that Clyde Weston will give Ava Vitale instructions over the phone to locate a secret object at the bistro. Even though Ava might argue that she is done obeying orders, Clyde will continue to threaten her and try to keep her in check. If Ava wants to keep Wendy Shin and Trip Johnson safe, she might not have an option but to comply with Clyde's request. On reference to Trip and Wendy, on Tuesday's episode, they will find themselves in a park. Trip would believe that they should work out together and concentrate on something constructive, because Wendy is still dealing with the trauma of the entire hostage incident. That ought to distract Wendy from what happened for a little while, but it might not take long for her anxiety to return. EJ DiMera and Holly Jonas will argue angrily in the DiMera estate, and they might hold each other accountable for Tate Black's tragedy. Holly would argue that EJ didn't need to bully Tate in that way, but EJ might counter that Holly ought to have come clean sooner if she really wanted to cleanse Tate's name. Naturally, EJ would argue that Holly would have been better off staying away from drugs in the first place, especially in light of Nicole DiMera's previous experiences with losing her baby. Kristen DiMera will grill EJ after he squares off with Holly. Kristen will press EJ for details on their brother's mess after learning of Stephen DiMera's arrest. Stay tuned for more predictions on all the drama that will result from Kristen and Nicole's quarrel, as spoilers for Days of Our Lives indicate that they will be fighting shortly as well. According to teasers for Days of Our Lives, DOOL, Hallmark actress Alison Sweeney, Sammy Brady, almost experienced sexual harassment during filming. Stone and Rebel Wilson have also spoken up about similar incidents. When Sweeney was a young actor, her mother Polly had to take her out of a scenario that might have turned inappropriate, Sweeney revealed to DailyMail.com. When Allison was 4 years old, she made her stage debut. "Oh my God, these heartbreaking stories are just devastating, and I can understand how it could have happened," she exclaimed. "However, I'm just appreciative that's not my tale. I am so lucky," she continued. "I was really fortunate to have my parents' support throughout my profession and every day on set. They were a big part of my life. People are talking about this stuff in a way that was never mentioned when I was growing up as a teenager and young adult in the 1990s and 2000s, and obviously before that, so it's really difficult to compare the industry, today, to what it was 20 years ago. My mom saw something once, and she was like, 'We're leaving right now, we're not doing that,'" the spokeswoman recalled. "My parents simply never let me be alone with anybody at any time, which would have given someone the opportunity to take advantage of me or expose me to anything inappropriate when I was a child. Simply put, they couldn't stand it." DOOL spoilers, Hannah Swenson is actually Alison Sweeney. In addition to starring in Hallmark's mystery film series One Bad Apple, a Hannah Swenson mystery, Sweeney is well known for her DOOL role as bad girl Sammy Brady. From January 1993 to October 2014, she was under contract with Peacock Sudzer, and she continues to appear on the soap opera sometimes. It's so much fun and playing opposite Barbara Niven and Lisa Durupt, and just this whole cast is just so near and dear to my heart, and they feel like family, so I have such a great time working with them, Sweeney said of her Hallmark alter ego Hannah Swenson. "I really enjoy how the audience responds to Hannah, her world, and solving these mysteries. It makes me very happy. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and don't miss any updates.